Welcome to Iloilo Business Park.
I am Rabia Oksanya Mateo, your Miss Universe Philippines 2020. Visit Iloilo Business Park.
Let us all put ourselves in the presence of God. Heavenly Father, you have once said, whenever one or two gathered in your name, you will be in the midst of them. Today, we ask your guidance through the Holy Spirit as we start our presentation in view of Megaworld International Philippine Property Expo 2021. We thank you for this opportunity you accorded to us. Thank you for the provision that despite the pandemic, we still thrive and continue to be resilient, providing investment information and opportunity to all our investors. Almighty God, today we humbly ask you to lay your divine hands upon all who are present here today to witness these virtual events as part of Megaworld revolutionizing the future of real estate. Grant each of us the power to discern your will in every business decision we engage, and let your divine favor remain to us always as we move towards the success of this event. With faith, we believe you will empower us to accomplish great things for your glory. May your favor, Lord, be with us as we prosper the work of your hands. All we ask this in the name of Jesus the Lord. Amen.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Kayang magiliw, helas ang sinakanan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa mandulupin, di ka pasisigil, sa nagatang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong pagaw, ay ginatang tulad, awit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nag-iindig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magdidinig. Lumalang araw ng walhagin pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang hindi kaya na pagkay mga amin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
To our guests, fellow investors, Megaworld family, and international property ambassadors, good day to everyone. To Megaworld International Senior Vice President, Ms. Marivic Acosta, and to all group heads, welcome. I'm Ramon Staris, Senior Country Manager and Territory Head for North America 2, and all international property ambassadors for North America 2. I would like to welcome you tonight to our Property Expo, showcasing some of Megaworld's projects that will give you an opportunity not only to grow your investment in the Philippines, but to set the kind of lifestyle you deserve. Our event tonight is part of the month-long activities of Megaworld International's first virtual Property Expo, which started in July 19. As you watch our show, I would like you to pay attention to the projects that we are promoting, as well as insights from some of our new investors who will share their excitement and pride in investing in the Philippines. As the pandemic hits us all, Megaworld never ceases in helping. Millions of pesos has been spent to help make our situation a little bit better, not only on the aspect of health, but also by providing an opportunity for clients to invest in sustainable communities and for potential sales partners that will increase their financial capabilities and increase their investment portfolio. Now, I would like to introduce Mr. Gerald Vito, Senior Assistant Vice President and Head for Training and Business Development for Megaworld International, who will tell us more about Megaworld. Let's watch this.
Last year has tested the strength and resilience of every individual and industry in the Philippines and around the world. Although 2020 was a challenging year for some of us, it paved the way for more opportunities for the company to make a lasting impact on the communities that we serve. As a company leaned into those opportunities to stay true to our vision of uplifting lives, impacting society, and helping shape the nation. Now more than ever, our rise to the top as a company is marked by our ability to go into a place not only to build sustainable and resilient communities during these times, but also to build and enrich lives. Let me introduce you to Alliance Global Group Incorporated. As a world-class Filipino conglomerate, Alliance Global Group Incorporated has always been an active partner in national economic development through its relentless pursuit of excellence in its core businesses. Its strong performance in the pre-pandemic years has helped prepare AGI for the unforeseen challenges of 2020, all the more increased by the impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic. Together with its innovative offerings and digitalization strategy, AGI managed to mitigate the impact of the pandemic, bringing its consolidated revenue to 128.8 billion pesos for 2020. While the company remained true to the core of its vision and mission, it also continued to support the nation in its ongoing fight against COVID-19. As a group, AGI has already donated more than 4.1 billion pesos to various efforts aimed at addressing this public health crisis. AGI continued to do this in the fervent hope that we will all rise together from this tribulation, stronger and better as a nation. Emperador Distillers Incorporated is AGI's food and beverage arm, the Philippines' largest liquor company and the world's largest brandy manufacturer. Is currently available in 55 countries across the world. In 2015, Emperador Incorporated owner Dr. Andrew L. Tan acquired Fundador Pedro Domecq in an all-cash deal worth 275 million euros or 13.8 billion pesos. Recently, last June, Fundador, one of the world's most iconic brands of sherry brandy, has bagged the biggest award at the 2021 San Francisco World Spirits Competition. Golden Arches Development Corporation is AGI's food service restaurant arm and the master franchise holder of McDonald's in the Philippines. Last June 18, McDonald's and BTS, which is a South Korean boy band, partnered to offer the supergroup's favorite meal. This one-of-a-kind menu was launched in the country so customers can enjoy the band's signature order. Travelers International Hotel Group Incorporated is the developer and operator of Resorts World Manila, the first and largest integrated tourism resort in the Philippines inside the 25-hectare Newport City just across Terminal 3 of Ninoy Aquino International Airport. The country's infrastructure program through the Build, the government will allocate a total of $84.75 billion to construct roads, bridges, urban mass transport, and overall better cities. To align with the government's thrust, Infracorp Development Incorporated shall focus on infrastructure development that plans to provide transport solutions that will provide the connectivity of all AGI's properties. Its first project is the SkyTrain monorail system that will connect Megaworld's Uptown Bonifacio and MRT Guadalupe Station along EDSA in Makati. Now, let me share the profile of Megaworld Corporation. It is the country's leading township developer and office landlord. Pioneered the live, work, play, and learn concept that integrates residential, office, and commercial components within the lifestyle communities it develops. Megaworld being a major real estate business segment, it also brings its subsidiaries responsible into developing projects that cater to their most fitting market segmentation. SunTrust Properties Incorporated and State Land Incorporated for our affordable and economic housing options. Global Estate Resorts Incorporated and Global Estate Properties Incorporated for Tourism Estate Developments, and Empire Eastland Holdings Incorporated for transit-oriented developments. Please allow me to highlight the company's milestones in 2020. The Megaworld Township was a groundbreaking innovation since the birth of its first live, work, play community in 1997, the Eastwood City. The pandemic highlighted the effectiveness of the township model. Not only do our integrated developments promote a high quality of living, they also put a premium on safety, convenience, and sustainability, which became a priority of Filipinos during the lockdown. For residents, our townships were able to address their need to feel secured while enjoying easy access to essential products and services. While we recognize the gravity of the current health crisis, the company always looked forward to full recovery. We saw a good turnout of sales for Megaworld International in 2020. This was achieved because of the continued activities, both physical and online activities, and also the numerous COVID initiatives conducted by Megaworld International's various sales loops globally. We have always believed that we are in a very good position to contribute to nation building, and that is why we made the decision to diversify outside Metro Manila nearly a decade back with our townships in Cebu, Iloilo, Davao, Pampanga, Cavite, and Bacolod. For our clients, expanding our geographic presence also provide them with more options to meet their growth aspirations. Also in 2020, Iloilo became the most preferred location outside Metro Manila for most of our BPO clients. In fact, even amidst the pandemic, we were able to grow our market share to 70% of the entire Iloilo office market. With this, we are proud of our contribution to the economic progress of Western Visayas. During the pandemic, we capitalized on increased demand for our residential projects, especially those outside but near Metro Manila. Lots in Garden Botanical Village, our first upscale residential village in Trece Martires in Cavite, were sold out in the second quarter of 2020 in the middle of the lockdown. This year, we're launching several residential projects in Cavite, Pampanga, Iloilo, and Bacolod, which will generate around 18 billion pesos in sales. Even the pandemic, there is still a remarkable demand for Megaworld properties. In fact, our reservation sales reached 20.7 billion in the first quarter of 2021 alone. One of the more profound effects of the pandemic on real estate has been the restriction on social gatherings and leisure. In the new reality, health and safety are the focus, and we at Megaworld have had to pivot to ensure the safety of our spaces while still staying relevant. For Megaworld Lifestyle Malls, we have redesigned and reimagined alfresco dining by transforming them into refreshing patio spaces. We offered convenience to our customers by offering contactless transactions, cashless payment options, and even butler services for shopping. As such, alfresco dining was a big driver in the recovery of our lifestyle malls, particularly when restrictions were loosened in the second half of the year. We also recognized the need to support our retail tenants. Aside from providing rental concessions, we extended support to them by developing new sales and marketing channels and assisting them in their transactions to the digital economy. The pandemic also created opportunities in e-commerce and the digital space that could only be backed by a strong technology infrastructure. Our Picaru app, which was developed by our wholly owned subsidiary, Agile Digital Ventures, helped our mall retail partners during the pandemic and has emerged as an important source of sales, especially for our food and beverage tenants. Part of our construction commitments is to make sustainability a priority. Last year, we made movements in promoting energy efficiency in our developments. We installed solar panels at our festive mall in Iloilo, which helped us reduce our energy costs and greenhouse gas emissions. Meanwhile, we continue to adhere to the principles of green design and architecture. On top of our current portfolio of 8 LEED certified office buildings, we have 9 pending applications for LEED certification for our various office properties. Our sustainability commitments did not just extend to the environment or communities under our care. The areas of job creation and education, we at Megaworld took care of our employees. When the pandemic hit, we made sure that we put a lot of focus on job preservations, especially for our workers in the hard-hit retail and hospitality industries. No retrenchments and layoffs, and no salary cuts were implemented among our regular employees. The company also made sure to provide personal protective equipment or PPEs, as well as vitamins to all employees. Those who contracted COVID-19 were also assisted in their needs and were given personalized care kits. Our Megaworld scholars also continued their education even during the challenging times. Through our Megaworld Foundation, we support their needs and even provided them with opportunities to work in our various companies. In 2020, we had faith that the rollout of the COVID-19 vaccinations would herald a more positive outlook for the Philippine economy. In a bid to contribute to the country's herd immunity against COVID-19, the Alliance Global Group of Companies is set to vaccinate its employees as well as other stakeholders through the AGI Immunity Vaccination Program. This program is the conglomerate's way of championing unity to achieve immunity against the virus during these extraordinary times. In cooperation with various local governments, we committed to open 11 vaccination centers in our various townships. Through these vaccination centers, we hope to provide safer and more comfortable venues for inoculation, especially to senior citizens and those with comorbidities. That's why we opened the country's first cinema vaccination centers in Dennis Grand Canal Mall and Southwoods Mall, and our drive-through vaccination hub in Southwood City Townships in Binyan, Laguna. Last July 27, after the historic gold medal triumph of Olympian Heidelin Diaz in the Tokyo Olympics, Megaworld Corporation gifted her with a 14 million worth of condominium in Eastwood City. Moving forward, we will continue to ramp up our construction activities as we strive to meet our commitments to our clients. This coming year alone, we expect to complete 19 projects across our different townships with a total construction floor area of 1,008,500 square meters. We will boost our sustainability efforts even more this year. We launched the Zero Waste Lifestyle Program, which activates the gathering of plastic across our malls, residential, hotel, and office developments. In line with this, we are currently working with a non-profit organization, Plastic Credit Exchange, in bringing our plastic waste products to cement factories to be used as clean fuel for their burners, which have to be continuously fired up 24/7 at 2,000 degrees. This helps make emissions cleaner while also addressing our problems concerning plastic wastes. The company is targeted towards all members of the community, the tenants, residents, the property management office, service providers, and all visitors of our townships. We initially launched the pilot program in Eastwood City and McKinley Hill, and we hope to expand this to our townships as well. On digital technology, we hope to invest in companies that have sustainable output and solutions to real-world problems through agile digital ventures. In our digitally connected world, we also believe that there are opportunities to invest in data science and technology, and we have jump-started this by partnering with one of the leading universities in the country. Last June 2021, Megaworld announced the application of registration and listing of Merit Incorporated, a newly formed and wholly owned subsidiary of Megaworld. MRIT will have an initial asset portfolio of 10 offices and commercial properties with an aggregate leasing area of more than 224,000 square meters. Once approved, this will be the largest REIT offering in the country in terms of size and will raise up to 27.3 billion pesos. This is another game changer for Megaworld, as this will enable our company to unlock the value of its prime property investments. It's our hope that this will contribute immensely to the Philippine government's fourth pillar of socio-economic strategy to create jobs and sustain economic recovery. And in conclusion, despite the challenges we face due to the current environment, we were able to work through the difficulties of 2020 and leverage opportunities that were beneficial not only to the business, but impactful to our customers and the communities. We would not have been able to do this without your confidence and support. Everyone who put their trust in the Megaworld name and brand, thank you very much. We remain positive about what the year 2021 holds for the future of the company. The learnings we took away from last year have only served to make us stronger and to solidify our resolve to build up our communities and to sustain our commitment to nation building. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gerard, for providing detailed information about our company's business model, highlights on some of our focus projects, as well as a strong business infrastructure that all our investors and sales team can rely on. At this point, we want to show some of our new investors and the reasons why they chose to their invested project.
Scarborough, Ontario, Canada. I'm an independent investor right now in the Savoy MEC10 development. This presentation was brought to me from one of my friends, Jen, and I was so excited. I've always wanted to invest in real estate, but I haven't been able to afford it. When this opportunity came to me, I was like, wow, this is something that I can do. The ROI, the return on your investment, is amazing. It's so affordable, and when I saw that how many people are visiting the Philippines each year, all the tourists, I thought to myself, this is going to work. What I like about this investment also too is that you don't have to worry about someone taking care of, finding someone from the Philippines to take care of your property. Condotel is the way to do it. This company is outstanding. They have reputable people that will take care of your property. So all you have to do is put a deposit down and invest and pay your monthly fees, and you're going to see your ROI. I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to the next year.
Hi, my name is Dan Claridge, and I am from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I'm currently invested in the Savoy MEC10 project, and the reason why I invested with Megaworld in the Savoy MEC10 project is because of Megaworld's fabulous 30-year track record. They're a very solid company, and the two types of return on investment are great. You got the rental portion of it, then you also have the capital appreciation. I don't know anybody else who does that. The possibilities are amazing. So those are the real reasons why I invested in the company.
My name is Manora De Leonio, new investor at Savoy Hotel in Mactown, Newtown, Cebu City. The reason on why I invested on a condotel is the concept of worry-free investment and the possibility of earning through rentals and capital appreciation. Maganda na hanggang maaga ay matuto tayong mag-invest para sa future natin, para pagtanda natin, meron tayong dudukutin. Mas maayo nga samtang timprano, may ara ka na invest. And you can do that here in Megaworld. Thank you.
Wow, congratulations Daniel, Amanda, and Nona for that inspiring testimony. This time, we will show you our Savoy Hotel Mactown Newtown project they invested in. Gerard gave us a glimpse on some of our projects. At this point, Mr. John Penaflor, Assistant Manager for Training and Business Development of Megaworld International, will be formally introduced by Ms. Misalucha, Senior Assistant Vice President for Sales and Operations. John will give us a virtual tour on some of our key projects. Join me as we virtually travel to some of our projects.
Now, I would like to give the virtual floor to our next presenter. He started with Megaworld International in 2012 as the first sales assistant. By far, the only sales assistant that was sent abroad to assist sales teams in their marketing events. After a year, he got promoted as country manager for the Asia Pacific region. In 2014, he joined the Training and Business Development Group as training officer. For almost 8 years, he has been in over 25 countries to train and recruit international property ambassadors. He is a certified Six Sigma Green Belter and is currently taking communications and language course via online schooling at Arizona State University. Ladies and gentlemen, Megaworld's very own Mr. John Penaflor.
It is such a blessed and awesome day, Team Megaworld International. We are truly grateful that you are all with us in today's session. Thank you so much, Mamsel, for that very kind introduction. You know, this Saturday promises us with a lot of helpful information and eye-opener facts that will surely help us realize how it is ideal to invest in real estate in the Philippines, especially to key cities and to projects that offer way beyond just the living component. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I am John Penaflor, your official trainer this morning. Given this chance to also welcome and acknowledge the presence of our dear Managing Director and Senior Vice President, Ma'am Marivic Acosta. Hi, ma'am. Thank you so much for coming in over. And also my greetings goes to the group heads, sales territory heads, and their core group members, our international property ambassadors. Hi to my colleagues, and of course, hi to our mega future homeowners. You know, my session title says what I'm going to talk about today. Location is king, history, information, and innovation, which actually means I am going to tag you all in a virtual trip to check out on 3 key cities and talk about their potential as an investment hub and why you should choose them as your next home address. But John, what about history? What's in it for us about it? I mean, some of you, or maybe a lot of you, may ask, history? Really? Yesterday, Sir Kevin Eltan, in his special session, he also talked about the past or the history of Alliance Global. He then cited how we were formed and how our company has managed has managed one challenge to another. Our past stories that made us who we are now, our past stories that made the company we now all admire, and our past stories that made Alliance Global Incorporated and its companies became household names in many parts of the world. That's history. Well, my personal take on this is, if we talk about selling or buying property, is that the real value of what you're selling or of what you're buying isn't just dependent on what you see in the present, but how the present was molded because of the strong foundation of the past. Yeah? Tell you what, history isn't just an old image of you or of a place or of a certain information. Ladies and gentlemen, history indeed can play a big role when buying or even selling a property. You know why? Because history tells a rich narrative of where you are investing, a narrative of how priceless and marketable your future home address is, you know, through the rich and interesting story behind. Because again, history can convey a fact. And as I always believe, facts tell, stories sell. Today, folks, my job is to go with you all down the story lane, but I promise we will never get stuck there, because we will also be discovering how the 3 locations we are discussing have blossomed and are still blossoming to be the spots in our country for real estate investment opportunities. More so, how Megaworld, how we, our company, has taken in to fuse innovation that aims to reshape the property landscape in the country. Innovations that are future-proofing our township developments, innovations that give much value to sustainability, and innovations that revolutionize the future of real estate in the Philippines. But you know, more than taking pride in our country is taking pride to ourselves, because more than the developments and innovations are us, the people, that really define a location. Just last July 27, a Filipino Olympian, Heidelin Diaz, made us so proud for bagging the very first gold medal in the Olympics after 97 years. And with that winning moment, created such a beautiful history. She is now considered an inspiration and a paragon of determination and passion. It makes us now realize that being a proud Pinoy can also play such a huge role in making one nation a great investment destination. So you and I too, we be proud because it'll always start from us. Let me do my part. Let me show you how proud I am as a Filipino. I am ready. I hope you all are. First up, Pasig City. Even before the Spaniards came, there were already classes of people living in Pasig. Do you know that? They were called remontados, who used to live in the mountains. They were the early settlers in Rizal area, which certainly included Pasig. They have brown complexion, light curly hair, and medium in height. Their usual houses were made of light materials like bamboos, cogon grass, and rattan. And according to an American anthropologist named H. Otley Bayer, the first settlers in the city were groups of people of varied cultures and racial types who came to the Philippines in migratory waves during the long period of 25,000 to 30,000 years ago. And at about 1450 AD, Pasig was a peaceful kingdom and was ruled by Dayang Kalangitan, wife of Gatlantok. It was also said that the people at the time were getting their food by the river. There were also some who used to wash their clothes out there, and others used the river for taking a bath. How fun is that? Well, Pasig was a part of Rizal province and served as its capital. However, in 1975, it was carved out of Rizal and became part of Metro Manila when the Metro Manila Commission was created by President Ferdinand Marcos through Presidential Decree 824. Then Pasig continued to grow economically until it was converted into a highly urbanized city on January 21, 1995 through Republic Act 7829. Seeing as it is now, Pasig City is just approximately 12 kilometers east of Manila on the southern tip of Pasig River. It is bordered by Quezon City and Marikina City on the north, Mandaluyong City on the west, and the province of Rizal on the east, and Makati City, Taguig City, and the municipality of Pateros on the south, which makes it a very ideal and strategic location, being in the center of other first-class cities and municipalities. I mean, who wouldn't want to live in a place where minutes away and surely bound for convenience, right? Not only that, a big chunk of Pasig is very accessible to EDSA and C5 Road with easy entries to train stations and major bus stations. Well, talking about public transportations for both residents and reluctant tourists, do you know that the optimal way of going about the city may just hopping into a cab or booking a Grab? And that would allow you to take a perfunctory tour. On the other hand, going by any of the public transports available affords you a full experience of Pasig City, letting your eyes see great sceneries. Not to mention, Pasig City being in the center is also reachable to MRT stations such as Ortigas and Shaw Boulevard stations, and LRT Santolan and Marikina stations through Marcos Highway. Also, the BGC Ortigas Link Bridge that'll connect two major cities and two business districts, which will be fully operational this year. I am so excited about it, to be honest. Now, since we are already talking about transportations and the accessibilities of one point to another, I guess it's also fitting that I share with you the city landmarks, historical places, and tourist spots within the developed city of Pasig. Here you go. You'd be seeing Andres Bonifacio Monument, Immaculate Conception Cathedral, Meralco even tagged to be a tourist spot within Pasig. We should also take note of these reliable educational institutions within Pasig City. There you see the University of Asia and the Pacific. You'd also see Rizal Technological University and La Consolacion College. And of course, medical institutions within the Green City of Pasig, such as, of course, the Medical City, Pasig City General Hospital, and a lot more. Guess what? Pasig City also promises colorful and bountiful celebrations to make a living more fun. I talk about events, activities, and festivals. Several festivals that are well visited by thousands of people coming from different parts of the world. Isn't that fun? Well, these festivals are celebrated to honor different patrons of Pasig, to pay tribute to Pasigueños, and to also preserve Filipino traditions and culture up to this day. But you know how exactly a condo unit owner, perhaps a resident of Pasig, could benefit from these tourist spots and festivals? Well, the answer is simply tourism. Thousands of people, foreign visitors even, visit Pasig for these reasons, and of course would opt to stay in the most comfortable place to spend some nights joining in the happy crowd while exploring the city. All right. From its accessibility to its rich cultural heritages, tourist spots, and festivals, we now talk about how secured and assured you are living in Pasig City through the efforts and dedication rather, and the right use of political power of its current government. Who doesn't know Mayor Vico Soto? Well, I bet everyone knows him by now. Known to be a global anti-corruption champion and is currently the youngest mayor in Metro Manila by far. But what has he actually done to make Pasig City a promising municipality and be a great option for property seekers and investors? Well, these are some of the huge factors and answers you might be looking for. In Pasig, they have the free transportations for all the frontliners. They also have the mobile market and kitchen or market kitchen on wheels. They also have the BOSS or the business one-stop shop and a lot more. How exciting that is. Let's watch this.
Kaya tuloy-tuloy po tayo magtulungan. Nandito na po ang pagbabago sa lungsod ng Pasig. Sa kauna-unahang pagkakataon, ang scholarship program natin ay hindi na po nakapangalan sa politiko, kundi nakapangalan na po sa mamamayang Pasiggenyo. Yung existing plan natin, unti-unti natin pabaguhin ng rainforest para maging tunay siya na sustainable and green area po para sa Pasig City. Sa tulong po ng bawat isang Pasiggenyo, naging makabuluhan po ang nakaraang 100 days, ang napakalayo na po ang narating natin.
Those accomplishments only prove that living in this progressive city equates to giving yourself and your family a happy and a secured life. But the question now is, John, where exactly in Pasig City should we buy a property? Any suggestions from the crowd? Well, the crowd says it right. It has to be in Arcovilla City, Megaworld's newest community in Pasig, which is also your best property option in the stretch of C5 Road. Let me tell you why. Arcovilla City is a 12.3 hectare community by size area, tagged to be the center of it all, that highlights at-hand proximity to a lot of key places in major cities and the metro. You know, let's proceed to Arco de Emperador, because that way we would appreciate a better view of the whole development. Okay, at 23 meters high, the Arco de Emperador is now the country's tallest monument and arguably the first triumphal arch inspired by the historic landmarks in Europe. Atop a neoclassical archway stands a bronze composition of a Filipino emperor in Roman garb, raising one hand to give his blessings. He is perched on a chariot surrounded by lions and gold-clad angels designed by the Spanish multimedia artist Ginés Serran Pagan, tapped by your very own Dr. Andrew Tan. You know, this attraction, in a deeper sense, is a tribute to the ordinary Filipino who overcomes challenges in life through hard work and commitment. And of course, just like the other mega structures the Megaworld has built, this also becomes another famous selfie spot in the Philippines. Now, looking at your right is the Arco Parade, the commercial complex where you get to enjoy sumptuous meals with your family, or maybe a good coffee or milk tea with your friends, or maybe some snacks with your clients, talking about how ideal it is to live in Arcovilla City. Now, from eating to shopping, let's get in Landers. A membership-only shopping store is already up and operational, giving you the chance to enjoy both local goods and imported products. Now, going 90 degrees, what you have on site is Plaza Emperador, an open promenade that'll bring you to a residential cluster like 18th Avenue de Triomphe, our first condo project here. But folks, I'd like you to focus on the project that's just adjacent to 18th Avenue de Triomphe, our newest, perhaps the grandest condo option within the stretch of C5 Road. That is Arcovia Palazzo. So to transform, this is to set and transform the skyline of the city. Arcovia Palazzo, the second residential development in this township community, will be composed of two residential towers in varying heights: the 40-story Altea and the 45-story Benisa Tower, situated in 5,437 square meters of land. You know, this development will surely offer massive space not only for the residential clusters, but also for recreational activities and retail spaces. Not to mention abundant space for both wet and dry amenity areas, which include a swimming pool, a game room, fitness gym, outdoor sitting lounge, and children's playground. Now, get your eyes focused on Altea even more. A low-density tower which is designed for a wide range of market, which would fit a bachelor or maybe a bachelorette. Small to a big count of a family, professionals, to even local and foreign retirees. Can you imagine that? I mean, you entice a number of sure clients if you choose to have this rented in the future. Now, the 40-story Altea Tower comprises studio, 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, and 3-bedroom units with choice units that offer its own balcony and bi-level layout. Unit sizes are ranging from 30 square meters to 193.50 square meters. The biggest bonus is your view, because either you get a skyline of the different business districts of the metro or see a great sight of the Antipolo Hills. And if you are lucky enough to reserve a unit on the most upper floor, you get to have a view of the Laguna de Bay. Now, here's a sample of our typical floor plan in Arcovia Palazzo, which proves how low density per floor is. Low dense because we only offer 8 to 14 spacious units with views you never want to take your eyes off. From a unit that's 32 square meters to 193.50 square meters with balcony, I bet you'd love living a life in the city that's future ready. Now, you want something attractive for you today? Well, with reduced reservation fee of 25,000 pesos only for 1-bedroom unit, and for just 14,333 monthly amortization for 60 straight months, with just 1% lump sum payment every 12 of the month in 4 years, you will be able to own a unit in Arcovia Palazzo. Not only that, we give out 2% PDC discount, all valid up until August 31 of this year. All right, let me breathe a bit. From Pasig City off to Parañaque City. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all to the fashion capital of the Philippines. A competitive city in the heart of the South, Parañaque is one of the many municipalities that make up Metro Manila. Located by highly urbanized cities like Taguig and Pasay, this highly competitive city is considered a prime location for people who want to settle in an urban town that is also near the borders of rural provinces like Cavite and Laguna. You know, this progressing city was once just a simple fishing barangay during the pre-Spanish days of the Philippines, when Miguel Lopez de Legazpi and his group of Spanish colonizers landed in Manila. It is said that they discovered a small community who lived near the Manila Bay, where fishing or paglalayag were their only source of income. But on the other side of the community, called Muntinlupa, the natives who were living on rice farming were called Taga-Palayan. These two groups of people intermingled with each other, often on little fun celebrations. Now, several years later, during the Spanish era, the place was renamed Para Ania Ake, because of several instances where Spanish soldiers would tell the native coachman, para aquí, or in English, stop here, whenever they reached Parañaque. These native coachmen would tell their humorous versions of the story until the name stuck in their hearts and minds of the inhabitants of Old Parañaque. Now, the biggest question perhaps is, what will you find in Parañaque? Well, In Parañaque, you'll find almost everything. You have countless malls and shops, stores of every kind, nature parks and plazas where you and your family and friends can sit and enjoy the little pleasures of life, as well as numerous condos and townhouses to choose from, should anyone wish to become a permanent member of the community. In fact, the city of Parañaque has a list of the top 150 businesses that were instrumental in improving Parañaque's growing economy. Baclaran, for example, that a lot of you know where Baclaran is. It is where most of the city goods stores are located, or dry goods stores are located. It's the testament of the city's improving dry goods industry. Parañaque City is also known as the fashion capital of Manila. I think I said that earlier, and it's home to the largest fashion boutiques and shops. There are major shopping malls in the city as well, and of course, Megaworld will have its own in this growing city, which in just a few, we will talk about this project we are all excited about. Now, for the religious and cultural side, you have the Baclaran Redemptorist Church, which is the biggest church in the city, and the Cathedral Parish of St. Andrew, the oldest church in Parañaque. The Tambok Mangroves Aviary Reserve is another thing or something. It's a conservation facility for both birds and mangroves, and it's a good tourist spot to visit if you are interested in such things. What about a staycation, as you also look for a spot where entertainment is within reach? Well, team, worry not. Parañaque City is also home to some of the biggest hotels in Metro Manila. There's Casino Filipino, Asiana City, or Entertainment City, Soler Resort and Casino, and the City of Dreams, Manila. But most special of all, West Side City, which in just a few, we will also be talking about. Now, let's deal about the real estate side of Parañaque City. I'm pretty sure a lot of you would like to hear why choose Parañaque. If there's one thing why you should be excited about and to live in Parañaque, well, it's because on September 4, 2015, a formal agreement was signed between Parañaque City, Philippines and Hondaegu City, Busan, South Korea, and made it official to be sister cities, as you can see it on your screen. Yep, this means that the progressive sister city in Busan is more than willing to help the blossoming city of Parañaque in terms of infrastructures and other upcoming projects that the residents of the city will surely benefit from. Now, this also means more tourists coming from South Korea to Parañaque, which is always a good sign for most real estate companies. And of course, we expect more condominiums and other residential options to rise up in the city. So, what's one of the advantages with a city that is near a major rural province? Well, let's acknowledge that thought. I think it's very important that we also talk about that. One of the major advantages would be living in an area where it's peaceful and quiet, but you still have all the amenities and the stores that you need for buying most items that are lacking when living in rural area. I'd like to, brag more about Parañaque City. By this short video, I hope you'd appreciate it even more. Let's watch this.
Parañaque, the mega city by the bay, was originally known as Palaniag Rizal and known for its salt beds and fisheries, as it used to be surrounded by water and even considered a beachside municipality. Filled with family-centric and religious traditions, the warm-hearted Parañaqueños have always been proud of their hometown that is rich in arts and culture. Bantayog is the monument we have that recognizes our Parañaque veterans. The monument is a representation of our farmers, fishermen, and salt harvesters who proudly fought for our country and home. Comedya is one of the city's flourishing arts as people from the different barangays come together to form groups that put on shows all around the nation. We Parañaqueños take pride in the colorful talent we have through the generations. Parañaque was also once known as the fashion capital of the Philippines, as it is home of the famous designer Christian Espiritu and many other famous designers. Parañaque's main church, however, is the St. Andrew's Cathedral, and the patron saint is Our Lady of Buen Suceso. We we can always go back to our origin to guide us through our ventures as we continue to be empowered Parañaqueños. As they say in the comedia, Viva! Viva Parañaque! This is Isabella Rojas Ismael, proudly representing Parañaque.
And the best among them, Westside City, a 31-hectare township development that will highlight leisure, entertainment, and living a life very close to a bay where the sun sets and the sun rises. Indeed, one that will surely change the face of Parañaque. Aside from top A residential options Megaworld offers in this massive project are other components that will give much value to what life could offer. Not only that, Westside City will give you the best reasons why you should choose it for on investment, one of which has to be its strategic location. Let's admit it, folks, the first thing to consider when moving to a residential priority is, of course, the location. It may be really hard for you to settle in an address where everything is too far. Well, luckily, Westside City is strategically located to be near all the establishments you'll need for the rest of your lifetime. Staying true to the promise of providing live, work, play, learn, shop residences, Westside City is the place for people from all walks of life. Whether you're a dedicated entrepreneur, a valued expat, or a continuously learning student, you don't need to have doubts about owning a unit here. Now, if you want your career to thrive, don't fret. Parañaque is a booming city that is highly attractive to investors. As they continue to plan on establishing their companies in the area, more big-time local and multinational companies are expected to rise left and right. I promise you, there are endless opportunities for your career here. Westside City is set to support all of your life responsibilities. That's another thing that we should be dealing about. For students, numerous top-notch educational institutions are within the area, such as the Manila Titana Colleges, Singapore School of Manila, and North Anglia International School, Manila. All the residents here will find it easy to go to and to from any parts of Metro Manila with easy access to major roads like NAIAX and EDSA. Best of all, and easy access to our international airports to link you to the country you'd like to visit in the future. You want more? I hope everyone wants more. In Westside City will rise theme parks, world-class theaters, retail centers, and of course, the very first Grand Opera House in the country, inspired by the deluxe Palais designer in Paris, France. The 2,500-seat Grand Opera House is set to be Associate Picture Fields of Study masterpiece in Westside and a venue for foremost performances only by Megaworld. Now, two of the projects we're very much elevated about are Gentry Manor and Bayshore Residential Resort Phase 2 in full swing, rising in Westside City soon. While you're working on those pre-selling plans, I've also rounded up the benefits of living in Gentry Manor and Bayshore City. Both, as we may all know, are grand destinations located in the entertainment city Manila, which are designed for local and international tourists. These projects will give you addresses that have instant access to attractions for people of all pursuits, especially those with a taste of or for the refined. Now, both projects will also offer enough spaces for modern deliverables, which clue you to the wonders of nature. Not to forget, spaces where the golden rays of both the sunset and the sunrise strike for a more romantic setting. Here are a sample of our typical floor plans in both Gentry Manor and Bayshore Residential Resort Phase 2. Just like the other residential projects of Megaworld, both options in Westside City are low-density floors which offer breathtaking views. Focusing on Gentry Manor, folks, we only have 16 to 19 units per floor, which means another low-density project in a high-class but worthy location. Units offered are studio to two-bedroom units with balcony, ranging from 41 square meters to 78 square meters of units. I think that's spacious enough for you and your family. Focusing now on Bayshore Residential Resort Phase 2, we only have 10 units per floor, which only means what? Yes, low density, no, has to be very low density project that's just few steps away from the bay. Units offered are from studio to a penthouse or three-bedroom units with balconies too, ranging from 40 square meters to 126 square meter units with generous spaces to start a life very near the bay. And of course, we want to make both options very possible for you to own. For Gentry Manor, we offer a lot of discounts. We have the 15% cash term discount, 6% special discount, and a 2% special discount. And I know you want more. In this case, no down payment at once because it'll be scattered for 48 months. Same as Gentry Manor, Bayshore City offers 5% special discount and of course PDC discount. And guess what? 30% of the unit price could be paid in a span of 48 straight months. Now that's enticing. Let's take a look at these top benefits and why you should choose or target Gentry Manor and Bayshore 2 as your future home. Well, aside from its very strategic and accessible location, Megaworld brags its top-notch amenities, or their top-notch amenities. Megaworld is developing the entire township to match an individual's elegant lifestyle and even cater to growing families. With luxurious amenities, the property falls nothing short of a high-class type of condo. Sure, it still features basic facilities such as 24/7 CCTV monitoring, emergency alarm systems, interior finished elevators, electric generators, and of course, reception counters. But Gentry Manor and Bayshore boast themselves on taking the amenities to the next level. We talk about what? Innovation. For your own leisure time, you can take a dip at the sprawling outdoor swimming pool, relax at the sunbathing areas, enjoy a peaceful time at the landscape gardens, or develop a lean physique at the fully equipped gym. Your kids will also be excited about the kiddie pools, the indoor game rooms, and the daycare with playgrounds. Also, you may satisfy your shopping needs by visiting the prestigious condo's ground floor, meaning to say you get to shop in your own condo as well. There you'll easily see the retail shops ready for your shopping needs. Now, another thing that you have to consider for both options in Westside City would be high-end unit options. You know, we at Megaworld understands that choosing your dream abode will entail having only the best features for you and for your family. And because we are very near our airports right now, I'd like to take you all to another travel from Westside City. All right. As you may know, the airport is just a stone throw away from Westside City, and we want to take this chance to get on the plane and visit Mactan, Cebu, and check out Mactan, Newtown. Shall we? Team Megaworld International, I welcome you all to Mactan Island in the Queen City of the South, Cebu City. Located a few kilometers from the main island of Cebu. It is separated from Cebu by the Mactan Channel and connected to the province mainland by Marcelo Fernan Bridge and the Mactan Mandawi Bridge. The island is divided into Lapu-Lapu City and the municipality of Cordova. Lapu-Lapu City takes up most of the land area of Mactan Island, while a relatively small portion of the southern part of the island falls under Cordova jurisdiction. Lapu-Lapu City was formerly called Dapan, while to this day, locals still occasionally refer to the city using its old name. Oponganons, I hope I said that right, are proud to tell the story behind the renaming. In fact, the town was renamed Lapu-Lapu to honor its first hero, Datu Lapu-Lapu. Here's a short story lesson for everyone that will entice you to visit Mactan even more. You know, on April 27, 1521, Portuguese explorer Ferdinand Magellan reached the shores of Mactan. I'm pretty sure everyone knows that. Magellan attempted to invade the island, subject the native settlers to the rule of Spain, and convert them to Christianity. Datu Lapu-Lapu, the chieftain of the local settlement, would not allow it, and a bloody battle ensued and led to the defeat of the colonizer. Thus, in 1866, the Mactan Shrine was erected on Barangay Punta Engaño, believed to be the site of the battle, to commemorate the Filipinos' first act of resistance towards remote control. More notably, Lapu-Lapu is now remembered as the first Filipino hero. Today, Mactan Shrine is also a popular tourist spot, which is just few minutes away from our township development. Mactan Island is home to world-class hotels, resorts, top diving sites, nationally renowned guitar makers, and rich cultural heritage. On top of that, the Mactan Cebu International Airport is an award-winning airport. So if you're flying to Mactan, you can expect to be greeted by excellent service and facilities the moment you land. Should I tell this fact as early as now? Oh, well, sure. Megaworld's project is about 15 minutes away from this gorgeous international airport, which in just a few, we will be talking about. But one huge question, John, has to be answered today. Why Mactan's the perfect choice for property investment? Well, Mactan Island has been endowed with a unique island lifestyle that serves as a driving force to be one of the most visited tourist destinations in the country, whatever season that may be. Its rich history, picturesque landmarks, beautiful beaches, as well as the warm and friendly smiles of the people are buoyed by continuous world-class developments that made the island a booming place to live, work, play, and learn in Central Visayas. Moreover, here are the following reasons why people choose Mactan Island as the perfect choice to settle or invest in Cebu. Number one, Mactan Island is Cebu's resort island with close proximity to the Mactan Cebu International Airport, which I said that earlier. As home of several first-class resorts and hotels, Mactan Island is a tourist-friendly destination that offers easy access to various resort and hotels. Mactan Island is a tourist-friendly destination that offers easy access also to various historical spots in the island. Number two, Lapu-Lapu City in Mactan Island is the country's fastest growing, highly urbanized city today. The city also offers picturesque beaches that surround the island. The Marcelo Fernan Bridge, a known landmark in Mactan, is also within reach, providing ready access to top commercial hubs on the main island of Cebu. It is also for this reason that the fastest growing, highly urbanized city is where our company, Megaworld, the country's leading real estate developer, brings its pioneering live, work, play, learn lifestyle township formula, which later will have more of it. Number three, prices for residential condominiums are expected to jump due to the massive development project in the island. Well, this fueled the expected rise in the value of the residential condominiums in the next 3 to 5 years by 15 to 20%. Can you imagine that? This growth reflects the fast-paced economic development that is happening in Lapu-Lapu City. Fourth reason, no congestion. Population density is way lower than Cebu and Mandawi cities. Cebu has the highest population in Central Visayas region, as you may know, but among the three highly urbanized cities, Lapu-Lapu has less density compared to Cebu and Mandawi cities. Thus, Lapu-Lapu City is still the most admirable location to live in the province. And the fifth reason is major developers like Megaworld are already poised to transform Mactan Island into Cebu's next lifestyle and business hub. Let's watch this. And of course, Megaworld boosts the island's transformation by introducing the Mactan New Town. This 28.8 hectare township combines top grade office sites, first class commercial strips, upscale hotels, and a reputable academic institution in one premier beach setting. The township also features a cyber park, which is home to several offices and business process and outsourcing buildings. Soon to rise in this township are 5 hotels and an exclusive beach club, as well as sports and leisure facilities. 15 minutes away from Mactan International Airport, I said that earlier, this township development will give you direct access to Singapore, Hong Kong, Taiwan, Qatar, Dubai, Korea, Malaysia, China, and Japan. Within the country's first township development, by the beach will also rise the first beach mall in the Philippines. We call it Mactan New Town Beach. A mall on a shoreline cliff to be highlighted by a man-made lagoon, boutique hotels, garden chapel, and beach walk, and rows of retail shops and restaurants, including 4 cinemas. With a total gross floor area of 30,000 square meters, the Mactan New Town Beach Walk will be highlighted by a 1.4 hectare man-made lagoon at the center. A fresh concept, which is another breakthrough by Megaworld. And of course, our resort residential options and other investment opportunities inside this township development, like the ever sought after Savoy and Belmont condo hotels. Our hassle-free and worry-free investment, which promises yearly returns, free stay and access to both wet and dry amenity areas as an owner, a condo title, never a timeshare, all right? And most of all, the bragging rights that you are a
hôtelière.
You heard it right, hotelier, all right? See, a perpetually owned property that can give you such status. Savoy is already RFO, or ready for occupancy if you want to be an official hotelier starting today. While Belmont, which will be soon be turned over if you'd like some more time waiting. But what really are the advantages of investing in a condo hotel? Well, aside from the 30-day free room night privilege throughout the operating year as an owner, the unit itself will be managed by a property management group. From filing of taxes to maintaining and refurbishing of furniture and appliances to looking after its insurance and to even having it rented for your earnings. That's for sure a hassle-free and worry-free investment. And because we are Megaworld, we want more for you. Ladies and gents, here's VIP Titanium, not a promo, but another exciting privilege you may have as a unit owner. Let's watch this. There you have it, the VIP Titanium to all our unit or condo-tel unit owners. And apart from that, our dedicated investor relation team will be ready for assistance to your needs and concerns. You want more? Our current promos that are up for grabs to fulfill your dream to be a hotelier. Ladies and gents, for Savoy Mactan Hotel, we have a no down payment term with only 15,000 pesos as your monthly amortization for 48 straight months. How's that? An investment that promises passive income made it possible for you to own. We thank Megaworld for this opportunity. From Pasig to Arcovilla City, Parañaque to Westside City, and Mactan City to Mactan Newtown. 3 out of the many gorgeous options in the country you can choose from. 3 of the best where it is so ideal to invest. I hope you enjoy our virtual tour. Ladies and gents, as we give value to the projects we offer, let us not forget the value of our country as we talk about location. Or let us not forget the value of our country as we talk about location. You open your geography books or perhaps Google it again and it would tell you how we are formed as a strong nation. Let us all be reminded that the Philippines was renamed after a king in the 1500s. With our roots and our history to tell, says enough that location is king. Once again, John Penaflor at your service. Stay safe, everyone. Mabuhay po ang hari ng kontinente ng Asia, ang Pilipinas.
Thank you, John. Hopefully soon we can go to those places for real. I'm really excited to go back to the Philippines and experience myself such amazing places. Oh, by the way, the background that you're seeing is the actual picture of the 14 million pesos fully furnished condominium of Miss Heidelin Diaz given by Megaworld. She's the Philippines' first, and for now the only gold medalist at the Tokyo Olympics held in Tokyo recently. The issued condo was turned over by our Chief Strategy Officer of Megaworld Corporation, Mr. Kevin L. Tan. Incentives has been given to other medalists as well, a testament to proof on how Megaworld appreciates hard work and success. We're getting close to the part of the program we've been waiting for. But before that, I would like to acknowledge the presence of the person who has been very supportive to all of us and inspires us in many ways. He was here during the opening of our Toronto office last September 2019. Ma'am Marivic Acosta, Senior Vice President and Managing Director, Megaworld International.
Thank you very much, Ramon. Hello, everyone. Good evening to our guests, investors, and Megaworld International Property Ambassadors. You know, I'm very happy to be with you virtually. So yes, as Ramon mentioned, I was in Toronto in September 2019. And I had a very full business trip. And I am very, very glad that I was able to do that before the pandemic hit us. And I look forward to visiting you once again. So, but of course, we are praying and claiming that all this will be over soon. Now, this is supposed to be a happy greetings, as Ramon said, but you know, watching the testimony of our investors earlier, I would like to take this opportunity to thank our valued clients and investors who, amid the challenges of the pandemic, continue to believe and trust Megaworld for their property investments. We at Megaworld International remain committed to serve you with utmost sincerity and excellence. I am also grateful to the active and dynamic property ambassadors, our sales teams headed by Mr. Ramon Osaris, who remain steadfast in their commitment to help fulfill the vision of our chairman, Dr. Andrew Tan, to uplift lives, impact society, and help shape the nation. Okay, so Ramon, I don't like to preempt you, but you know, I'm really very, very excited for the next segment. So I'll end this hi, hello greeting. So thank you very much once again, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Ma'am Maribig, for gracing Megaworld International North America 2 Property Expo. And now, the moment we've been waiting for. Up close and personal from one of our celebrity investors, which will be introduced by Mr. Gerard Vito. Gerard?
Okay, so first I would like to acknowledge the entire North America to Team Canada, headed by, of course, Mr. Ramon Estaris. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our esteemed guest for this hour is a famous Filipino singer who performs pop, rock, jazz, soul, R&B, and operatic arias. In 1998, she won the prestigious Minoru Endo Best Singer Award at the Third Asian Song Festival. She also top billed as Sita in the 1999 hit production of Rama at Sita, the musical. During her stint in Las Vegas, she has been called the new siren of the strip, making her the first Asian to headline in a main showroom at the Las Vegas Strip. In 2009, Las Vegas Mayor Oscar Goodman proclaimed December 4 as Lani Misalucha Day in the city. And moreover, Mayor Willie Brown Jr. of San Francisco declared August 17 Lani Misalucha Day as well. Now, let me introduce the Aliw Entertainer of the Year and, of course, the Nightingale, Miss Lani Misalucha. Hello, Miss Lani. I was really in awe looking at your video introduction. Wow, what a great talent! And
Goodness.
I am so thrilled. I will be interviewing you. It was such a great privilege to have the Nightingale here in our event. And thank you for this rare opportunity. Now, let's have some heart-to-heart talk. So, for my
First of all,
question,
thank you. So, first of all, thank you so much, and I want to say hi to everyone, and of course, good morning here in Manila, Philippines, and hello over there. Good evening in North America. I have friends over there in Toronto as well. So, hello everyone. I am happy to be here, and thank you so much for inviting me. I'm kind of nervous. I'm nervous actually. I really do not know what to. What to expect here. But really, I'm excited to be here. Thank you so much.
okay, mas kinakabahan po ako, Miss Lani. So for the first question, okay, not everyone knows that you are dubbed as the new siren of the strip during your successful stint in Las Vegas. And as someone who has lived and has established an illustrious career in Las Vegas, do you believe that retiring in the Philippines is still a very ideal decision?
Okay, I am going to answer that with a resounding yes.
Okay.
There are a number of good reasons why it's still ideal for Filipinos or non-Filipinos to retire here in the Philippines. Well, first, for me, okay, for someone like me, sa ganitong age, I'm really looking forward to have a life here again. Okay, I'm just going to backtrack a little bit and rewind before I continue and share my thoughts. Okay, it was 2004 when my husband and I, together with a very young daughters who were just 10 years old, and the other one is 12 and a half years old when we migrated in the US. So I made my career over there in Las Vegas. I did everyday shows, and I am not going to deny I love living in Las Vegas. And I'm very comfortable there, and the US has been very good to our family. Now, fast forward, my two daughters. Now the oldest one is 30 years old and the other one is 28 years old. Both married, have their own families, and had given me and my husband 5 beautiful grandchildren. So, I am just telling you this summary just to give an example of how a young family decided to uproot themselves and have a new life, live a new life in a foreign land. So, but now going forward, now that my husband and I have reached this certain age, parang we were thinking of, oh my gosh, we could have thought of investing more in the Philippines so that it would somehow take care of us in the future. So now, I'm just going to be honest with you. Since I still have my two daughters and their families in Las Vegas. Well, we still actually live in Las Vegas. We're a resident there. We're U.S. citizens. I still have that, kumbaga, one foot on that side of the earth and another foot on this side of the earth. So that's actually our system now. We go back and forth. But if you're going to ask me, am I going to retire right at this moment? Maybe not yet, but I'm looking forward to that day when everything is already, ironed out. Yes, I would love to retire here because, just like I said, one of the reasons is, I was born here. This is my motherland. And this is home. And I still have some families here, and a bunch of my friends are still here. And there's so many beautiful opportunities here, business-wise, and Philippines is booming, and it's kumbaga, as I have known, Philippines is already in the what do you call that? I don't want to say third world, because we're not that anymore. It's a progressive country already. And investing opportunities is really good here in the Philippines. And, it's not just, and I've seen a lot of non-Filipinos retiring here as well. Mga Caucasians, husband Caucasian and the Filipino wife retiring here. They love it here because they just, they have come to love the country, probably because, aside from having a good investing opportunities here, it's just a lovely country, di ba?
Yes, okay. Yeah, I completely agree with you, Miss Lani, on retiring in the Philippines because as they say, there's no place like home. It's more fun in the Philippines, and home is where, diba? Home is where the heart is. And I'm sure you have this different high when you perform in front of your kababayans, diba po?
Oh, yes. Yes, it's completely different, yeah.
That's another piece of trivia. You're already a proud Lola Diva to 5 beautiful grandchildren.
Yes.
Okay. So hindi halata, Miss Lani. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. And since you've mentioned about retiring in the Philippines very soon, I understand that you have an investment with Megaworld somewhere in the Bonifacio Global City. May we know the project's name if you don't mind?
That is correct. I bought this condominium, actually 2 units, and
Wow.
in Park McKinley West, in the heart of Bonifacio Global City.
So, what were your factors when you considered investing in that particular property and in that particular location? Well,
Just like what Mr. John Penaflor explained earlier, location is the king.
yes.
It always has to be location, location, location. A very good location. Uh, we were talking about some personal life here, when we migrated in 2004, for more than 2 straight years, we didn't go back here in the Philippines. So we lived there for almost 3 years straight. And then afterwards, between those years, somehow every now and then my husband would come here for some shows. And then just recently, we've been frequenting Philippines. So whenever we come here, we would stay in a condominium also in BGC because it is very convenient for us. Kasi wala kaming we do not have an extra help with us. We're just come here by ourselves. We do not have like a house help or something like that, or any assistance. So it is very convenient for us to be in a condominium wherein the area is very conducive for our needs. We have a lot of restaurants around the area, so we didn't have to cook all the time. And then there's malls. There's of course, it's very important for us to have a hospital near near our condominium. So BGC is a very progressive and very modern cities. That's why I really am happy that I was able to find that Park McKinley West. So I am very satisfied that I had a chance to spot that condominium.
Yes, really location is king. And wow, you really made that great decision in choosing that project and that particular location. It's very strategic, less stress since you are in a live, work, play community of Megaworld. And soon you'll have more time to enjoy life. And that leads me to my next question. So, do you think owning a residential condominium is such a wise decision at this time of pandemic?
Wow. I guess. Oh gosh. For me, if you have the resources, diba, and you have the ability to buy, why not? Diba? Just like I said before, earlier, I could when we were still living here in the Philippines, sana pala, no? That was my thought, that I could have bought more properties like this. Para, it would, just like I said, it would benefit us in the future. Now, ngayon, mas madalas na kaming umuuwi here sa Philippines, we could have bought something in the past, and sana doon na tayo nag-stay doon sa binili natin na property. Pero we weren't able to do that. So, parang kumbaga nga nasa huli yung pagsisisi, di ba? So we could have bought a unit or two in the past, so that whenever we come home, that would be the place that we will be staying in. We do not have to go for Airbnb or pay for an apartment.
Yes, I agree with your statement. And for me, having an investment is also a fallback when you soon retire in show business in the future. And it's also preparing us for our future, especially for our retirement. And then, hindi pa naman huli, Miss Lani, and sabi nga nung kanta ni Elvis, di ba? It's now or never. Kaya now is the time to invest in a property. Now, I'm just curious if you also have the same mindset with the other investors watching us here. In your humble opinion, what are the advantages of owning a place as against renting out?
Why rent when when you can actually own
Yes.
a place? When we arrived in Las Vegas, so we were looking for a place for us to live. So they gave us a suggestion to rent for a while, and then if we decide to buy in the future, just buy. Pero sabi ko, why should we rent? We're just throwing out that money, di ba, in the drain. Whereas if we have a little bit more, we can actually put in more money for the mortgage, and of course that property will be eventually ours, di ba? Compared to renting, you just pay and pay and pay, but that place won't be yours in the future. So for me, it is still best to buy a property instead of renting.
Yes.
You're just shelling out an amount of money. If you can just add a little bit more, that property can be yours now instead of renting.
Yes, minsan hindi nga nila alam na mas mahal pa yung binabayad mo on a rental as compared with a monthly amortization. So,
Correct.
why do you have to rent if you can invest on a property with Megaworld for a minimum reservation fee of about 629 Canadian dollars or 500 US dollars?
Mm-hmm.
Di ba po?
Kasi like, okay, I'm not really too familiar with rental fees here, no?
Apa.
So when in Las Vegas, some of my friends were renting, and the rental place is like an apartment, maybe about how many square kasi square foot over there, no? So
Yes.
it's a pretty decent place. So the rental amount ranges from $1,000 to $1,300. So imagine that, and actually the mortgage is 1,500, ganyan, 1,700 to 2,000, diba? So you're just throwing away that 1,000 or 1,500 every single month, whereas you can just put it in as a mortgage and have that property owned in the future, diba?
Yes, pwede ng pambayad sa monthly amortization.
Correct.
So, yes, Miss Lani, secret to ha, pero ngayon alam nila, I'm a fan and have watched you perform in some shows, okay? And now, what can you say about Megaworld's upcoming second Resorts World complex with a 3,000 seating capacity opera house in West Side City, which is dubbed as the next Las Vegas?
Wow. Oh my goodness. Yeah. When John was speaking earlier, some of the videos, I saw that opera house that you were talking about now. And I am really surprised that there's actually going to be one like that here in Manila. And that is really an exciting news for me, because just like what you said, we, like artists like me, can actually perform there in the future. So it's going to be another performing theater for artists like me. So this would be really, really a very good news for us.
Yes. So for someone, yes. So world-class venue for a world-class talent like you, Miss Lani.
Wow,
And
thank you.
for someone like me who loves watching these shows, I'm very much excited. I'm looking forward to witness you perform those R&B, soul, or even those operatic arias in our opera house. So super
Wow.
excited talaga. Yes.
Wow.
Okay.
At least there's going to be Who knows? Just like what you said, it's comparable to Las Vegas.
Yes.
But I'm pretty sure once it's all done and it's already laid out there, I'm pretty sure it's just going to be another Vegas. So we don't have to go to Vegas or to Macau. Just come here and
Yes.
enjoy yourselves in this new entertainment city.
And kahit nasa Pilipinas ka, we can witness you na to perform here.
Aw,
Di ba
thank
po?
you.
Yes.
I hope, yeah.
Yes. Okay. So, but some people are still very traditional and would prefer to have a house and lot over a condominium. So, may you share some advantages of living in a condominium since you've already lived in a condominium, or should we say flat?
Mm-hmm. Okay. For me, this is this is another discussion about personal preference, diba?
Yes, po.
So each of us has our own choices and preference. One person would want to be in a condo while another would prefer to be in a house. For someone like me who had lived in probably 6 different abodes over the years, I've experienced living in a single detached 2-story house. I've lived in a really huge house with huge backyard and a front yard. I experienced living in a townhouse. And just, for the past years, I also experienced living in a condo. Now, if you're going to ask me the advantage living in a condo, for me, it is really an advantage.
Yes.
For someone like me and my husband who had health issues, I like it living in a condominium because for me it's a tight place, it's warmer, it's more intimate, and the most important thing, it's going to be a little place for both of us to clean. Diba? Because
Okay.
because we do not have actually house help. Diba? Whenever we come here, we do not have anyone with us. So it's easier for us to maintain and manage a smaller place. You would just take the lift, the elevator, go down the lobby, go outside and walk. We were talking about a good location. So for me, it's really nice to be in a smaller place. Just like I said, it's easier to manage, and the security, diba? There's diba? There's a security in the lobby. You cannot just enter easily. You cannot use the elevator. So for me, it's I'm secured in a condo.
Yes, there are really a lot of endless possibilities of owning or residing in a condominium. And especially for a celebrity like you have more privacy, right?
That one too. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's correct.
Yeah, and you also have more security, and most especially, all your essential needs are within easy reach because Park McKinley West is a township. Okay, so
Yes.
township, madali, lahat makukuha mo lang, di ba?
That's
And now,
correct. I'm sorry. I didn't mention earlier as well. We were talking about location. The Park McKinley West, there's a very easy access going to SLEX. You can just
yes,
jump to SLEX going to south. And your neighboring city is Makati, very easy, very near. You can go easily to Quezon City and to north. So very strategic. I'm telling you that area is very strategic.
okay. And since you have already a property in BGC, if you have another chance to invest on a second property and your choices are Cebu, Boracay, Davao, and Pampanga, where is your next preferred location?
Oh my goodness. If I have the chance and if I have that money, Pampanga, you said Pampanga, Cebu, Boracay, and Davao.
Yes,
Oh
po.
gosh. Okay. Pampanga. Actually, I also have a property there. Pampanga, I have friends there, and it's just north, iba, very easy to go to. Oh gosh, Boracay, of course, Boracay, napakaganda, di ba? Oh my gosh, Cebu, I have lots of friends in Cebu, but I think I would go for Davao.
Okay.
Davao because comfortable ako sa Davao, you know. We all know that it's a very, di ba, napaka-strict dyan, very peaceful, very low crime, di ba? Lahat ng mga tao doon disiplinado. And, I like the fact yung mga taxi drivers, very honest, that they would give you back the change, di ba? And also, another fact that I like is, the agricultural lands there is very fertile, and I like it there. So, top of mind siguro, Davao.
Okay, wow, Davao. Anyway, wherever the place may be, you can never go wrong in investing in a township development. And during the pandemic, Megaworld was able to highlight the effectiveness of our township model where safety and convenience became the main priority of most of the Filipinos. And since you've talked about Davao, meron kaming township doon. And so, marami pala kayo. Yes, yes. It's very close to the airport. So, in the near future, probably, if you will be performing in Davao, we can have a tour of our property in Davao. It's in
Yeah, why
exact.
not?
Yes, it's in
I would
Davao
love to see
City.
that. Wow.
Okay. Now, ang bilis no, before we finally end, what's your advice to those who are planning to purchase a property?
Oh my gosh. Okay, if you are any one of you who are planning or thinking of buying a property, whether it be an investment or residential, if you're going to live there, if you have, like I said earlier also, if you have the resources and if you are capable of doing it, go for it. Having an investment here in the Philippines is the best. If you're planning to put your money in an investment, put it here in the Philippines instead and buy that property.
Yes, kasi nga po, 'di ba? When we invest in the Philippines, nagkakaroon ng trabaho yung mga regular carpenters, 'di ba? Yes.
Mga
Tapos
regular workers.
Yes.
Yes.
And nakakatulong tayo sa pag-uplift ng economy ng Pilipinas.
Yes.
It's not just
I'm sorry. Hindi, at saka, kasi kanina rin, you asked me about yung sa property, you can either live in that, let's say you purchased a condominium, no? You can actually use it as your house, or your halfway house, or you can have it rented out for long term, or have it registered in Airbnb, because that's one of my plans as well for that 2 units that I got. So there's a number of ideas that you can actually have for that condominium that you are going to buy in the future.
So that's another source of passive income.
There you go. Yes.
Baka maging ano na kayo, Miss Lani, real estate diva.
Who knows?
Diba? Pwede rin. Magandang title yan. So,
you know what? Okay. Backstory. Prior to migrating in the US, so we migrated 2004, right? Okay. I think it was 2002, about that time, 2002. When we actually, my husband and I were already paying for another condominium. Megaworld. 3 units. That was 3 units. And then it was the Forbes Town in Burgos Circle.
Yes.
But but there was some unfortunate events that happened in our life. So we chose to let it go. So now,
Aw.
di ba, sabi nga nila, may kasabihan na nasa huli yung pagsisisi. Now, whenever we come here and then we see the edifice of Forbes Town, parang that could have been, we would like pointing out to that floor. So because I think that's the one that we got. Magano, so di ba, we could have been staying in that unit, or we could have that rented out, di ba? Like, talagang nakakasisi, sana talaga na we made an extra effort na to keep it. But anyway, that was in the past. That's why.
Yeah. And now, Miss Lani, we have 26 townships all over the Philippines. So marami kayong pagpipilian at this time.
Wow.
Yes. So our interview has come to an end. Medyo na-sad na ako. And you've gone a long long way from being a multiplex queen to being an Artist of the Year awardee, even an Aliw Entertainer of the Year awardee, and the title The Nightingale. And you are such an inspiration to most of us. And do you have any secrets to success, or meron pa po bang mahihiling ang isang Lani Misalucha?
Wow. Successful ba?
Of course.
Oh my gosh. Siguro, oh my gosh, a secret? I don't think it's a secret anymore, because a lot of other big artists have done this. I guess being focused, work hard, and be consistent. And most of all, you have to have a lot of prayers. You have to have God in your life to be successful. Without God, I don't think any of this would be possible. So that's being focused, work hard, be consistent, have God in your life, and do a lot of prayer, and just have faith and continue on with your life.
Amen. Amen to that, Miss Lani. And we're truly honored and grateful to have you, and the entire Megaworld International team, especially in Canada, would like to thank you for sharing us your wonderful story. And we wish you all the best. And would you like to invite everyone on any social media platform that we can follow?
Oh, yes, please. Well, I just have my Instagram. It's just Lani Misalucha. And then I also have my Facebook account, Lani Misalucha, and my Lani Misalucha official page. And also I have a YouTube, which I haven't really focused on. So those are the social media that I have. I don't have TikTok.
Oh, pwede rin, Miss Lani. Pwede rin. Okay. Diba? Okay. Miss Lani, may personal question lang po ako. Okay. Sa dami ng mga kinanta nyo in the past, okay, do you have a familiar or very particular song na gustong-gusto nyo, na lagi nyong kinakanta? Yung pinaka-favorite nyo, opo.
Na song ko?
Opo.
Well, that's got to be Bukas na lang kita mamahalin.
Yes. Wow. Ang ganda nun, ang ganda nun. I think that was a theme song of a movie also.
Correct.
Yes. Angelo De Leon.
Correct.
Oh. Okay. So now my colleagues and my boss in the house, or they're present here, they become fans now. Okay. Yes. And we will not, or this event would not be complete without a souvenir photo with them. Okay, so let's start. Yes, so let's start with our senior Vice President and Managing Director of Megaworld International, Mama Rivic Acosta, together with, of course, the Nightingale, Miss Lani.
Hello, Mama Rivic! Hello, Ma!
Hello, much. By the way, just to correct you, Gerard, I have always been a fan, not just now. It was my favorite song of you.
Oh, thank you, Mom. Thank you so much. Shall we have a
Yeah,
picture?
so what do we do now? Any instructions? Are you taking pictures now? Okay.
Okay, at the count of 3, please flash those diva smiles. So, both ladies, yes, thank you very much. So, both ladies will now be joined by the territory head of North America too, Mr. Ramon, and of course, the group heads of Megaworld International, Miss Jack, Miss Sel, and Miss Mia. Ayan. Okay. Yan, ang daming diva in the house.
Hi, Miss Jessica. Hi, Miss Sel.
How about Mia? Is Mia not
Yeah,
here?
yeah.
Ayan, si Miss Mia. Hi, Ramon.
Hey.
Okay, so if you're all ready, at the count of 3, you will say Lani. Okay? So when you say Lani, talaga wide green yan. Diba? Wide green. Okay. In 1, 2, 3. Lani. Okay, thank you very much, dear group heads. At this moment, we still have Mama Rebecca Costa and, of course, Mr. Ramon Estaris and the entire North America to Team Canada.
Ayan, picture din ako.
I'm going to count in 1, 2, 3, all right? Get ready. 1. Oops. 1 second. 2 and 3. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you so much again, Miss Lani, Misalucha. Hope to see you soon.
Yes, Ma'am. Maraming salamat din.
Kalapit lang tayo.
Ay, talaga po ba?
Hindi pa masyado, pero magkalapit. Pareho tayong nasa Metro Manila.
There you go.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
God bless, Mom. See you.
Thank you very much, Mama Rebecca, group heads, and North America to Team. Pero ngayon, pwede bang tayo, Miss Lani?
Tara!
Okay, so is the photographer ready? In 3, 2, and 1. Ay, ayaw. In 3, 2, and 1. Okay.
Chicka chick, chicka chick.
Yeah. Okay, so that concludes our special interview session with the Nightingale, Miss Lani Misalucha. Again, thank you very much po.
Maraming salamat din. Thank you, Megaworld. Thank you, Gerard.
Thank you po. Thank you po. It's really an honor. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wow, that was an awesome interview, and indeed it was so inspiring hearing all those discussions and insights. Again, thank you, Miss Lani Misalucha and Mr. Gerard Vito. At this point, an amazing journey of Mrs. Jennifer Bergantinos, our new assistant country manager, on what inspired her that makes her unstoppable in promoting Megaworld projects, together with some of our new international property ambassadors.
I'm I'm Jennifer Bergantinos. Being in sales and marketing for 15 years, it's always been my passion. Ever since I worked as a caregiver, I always motivated by the success that I have always dreaming of. There's a lot of challenges, but what I am seeing is the success that I will be achieving. There's a big lift from my career, from uncertainty to become Megaworld's International Assistant Country Manager. I promise myself that I will undergo trainings to embrace my new passion. I appreciate Megaworld's support for my advancement and the newly found career path that I've been provided. Megaworld changed my perspective on the meaning of success, and this is just the beginning.
Hi everyone, my name is Nerissa Batara Martin of Ontario, Canada, and I am thrilled to introduce myself to you as a Megaworld International Property Ambassador and also a Marketing Director of the company. And also I am a proud investor of one of the best developer in the Philippines, which is Megaworld. I own some of the properties. Initially, we invested like 10 properties in there, and we also sold some properties already. It is a great investment, and it's a great opportunity to grow your portfolio and to grow my portfolio, and at the same time to make an extra income and be a part of a great team. So let's do it, and I encourage everyone to take a look at this opportunity to invest and at the same time to be a part of this team. Have a great day. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Lailin Kempis, a marketing associate from Dasmariñas, Cavite. I'm proud to be part of Megaworld International Team North America 2. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Lauren Pederi of Parañaque. I am joining Megaworld North America 2 dahil gusto ko mabago ang karir ko sa tulong ng aking miyembro and to extend my exposure. Thank you.
Hi, this is Aliha Mary Quilio from Imus, Cavite, Philippines. I am happy, proud, and excited to be part of Megaworld International.
Our new country manager, a very successful interior designer, concert and event producer, spends a lot of time searching for the best developer and projects that suits his principle of elegance, integrity, and profitability. And finally, he found all the answers here at Megaworld International. This is what he has to say.
Having more than 30 years of combined progressive experience in interior design, construction, and retail sales at the international level, I have been receiving countless invites to be part of the real estate industry. The decision with whom to enter into a partnership was never easy. I wanted to make sure that my personal brand in the field of interior design would be a perfect match to the company's mission and vision. And since I only choose the best, today I am ready and excited to tell the world that I am the new country manager for Megaworld International North America 2 East Coast. Megaworld communities have always been regarded as one of most well-planned and well-designed in the Philippines. Its integrated townships provide comfort and convenience that give people the essence of a good life. I firmly believe that Megaworld International brings you world-class real estate choices. It has the widest range of home and condominium projects among all property companies in the country. As I have already invested on quite a few properties, and should you decide to invest in real estate in the Philippines, Megaworld International would be a perfect choice. Whether as an investor or part of our marketing team, I now invite you to be a part of Megaworld International. Let's all indulge in life's pleasant surprises that suit your taste and lifestyle. My special thanks go to Ms. Marivica Costa, Senior Vice President and Managing Director of Megaworld Corporation. Mr. Gerard Vito, Senior Assistant Vice President and Head of Training and Business Development for Megaworld International. Mr. Ramon Estares, Senior Country Manager and Territory Head, Megaworld International North America to East Coast. Our special guest, Miss Asians Nightingale, Miss Lani Misalucha, and to all of those who have participated in our virtual summit. Once again, I am Danilo, a proud country manager of Megaworld International North America to East Coast. Maraming salamat po. Mabuhay.
As we wrap up the event, I would like to thank each and everyone, especially our investors and guests, for staying with us and learn what Megaworld has to offer. Ms. Lani Misalucha, thank you for sharing your thoughts about Megaworld project. The entire team of Megaworld International North America to East Coast, thank you. NA too want to thank Megaworld International Head Office in Manila for their support, headed by our Senior Vice President and Managing Director of Megaworld International, Ms. Maria Victoria Costa. Our group heads, Ms. Mia Benaventura, Senior Vice President and Head of Marketing. Ms. Sally Luhing, Senior Assistant Vice President for Sales Operations. Ms. Jessica Villanueva Tan, Senior Assistant Vice President and Head of Audit. And of course, Mr. Gerard Vito, Senior Assistant Vice President and Head of Training and Business Development. We at Megaworld will always embrace the mission that has been embodied to us, to uplift lives, impact society, and shape the nation. I'm Ramon Estares, Senior Country Manager and Territory Head of Megaworld International North America 2, saying thank you for watching, keep safe, and God bless.
Welcome to Iloilo Business Park.
I am Rabia Oksanya Mateo, your Miss Universe Philippines 2020. Visit Iloilo Business Park.